Hi there,
Hello,
Lisa and Trell here.
Trail and Lisa.
Yeah, we wanted to come on and just talk about trust in a marriage and how important trust is in a marriage. And I would just say that for us, there is no secrets. There's nothing that we keep from one another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
We tell each other everything, and I think we've gotten to a place now where we're kind of in tune with one another, and we know, like when something's wrong, something's bothering us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Trell definitely picks up on my cues, and there are times when I try to like hold back and say, "Oh no, I'm fine." He already knows, and me saying I'm fine and not telling him is just
Worse.
it makes it so much worse because he can't rest until he knows what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I trust him. I trust him to with my feelings. I trust him with um, those things that are bothering me, and he trusts me. I mean, in the beginning of our marriage, I hardly knew anything about Trell. He was like a closed book, because and I know why.
Why?
Because you couldn't trust me with his feelings. He couldn't trust me because I had a negative perception of Trell. And so when he would tell me anything, I would just kind of tear it down. And so now that
The least somebody know about you, the less they can hurt you.
exactly, I think that's what. But you have to know if the person is a safe person,
Right.
like to be able to share. And sometimes people are toxic, and there's a Bible scripture that talks about throwing your pearls before swine. And sometimes, telling somebody all the things that are so personal and precious to you, and they're going to just trample over them,
Right.
is not good.
Right. No respect for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing. Financially, Trevor trusts me with the finances, and I think I've earned his trust. I have earned it, and he knows that he can trust me. Now, I will tell you that, and this wasn't probably not too long ago, probably like a year ago. The lights went out, and Trell's like, "Is there something you want to tell me?" So I'm like, "The bills are paid, I'm not just out spending the money, With like my feelings and my emotions, I'm able to tell him things. Not that he always has the right response. Oh, trust me, he don't. He does not always have the right response. But I know that he loves me, and I know that he cares for me. And sometimes when I share like those sensitive feelings with him, and sometimes Terrell goes into what I call man mode. It's like, fix it, just do this, and it makes it just seem so trite. It makes it seem like, oh, you just do this and this whole thing will be fixed. And I'm like, you just don't understand. But I know that he cares for me. Don't keep secrets. That's one thing. We also give each other access to all of our information. I can go into Trell's phone at any time. He can go into my phone at any time. Email, postal mail. We don't keep anything from each other.
We know each other's codes.
We know each other's codes. Yep, we do. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much to be our voice now. I don't want to get all my information, but
We share all that stuff, because the one thing we don't want our spouses to be suspicious unnecessarily. Like, why wouldn't we give each other access?
right. Nothing to hide.
We have nothing to hide. Yeah, but it's so important to trust your spouse. And we've never, like I said before in another video, we've never had an infidelity. But for those marriages that have had an infidelity in the past and you've gotten past it, it's even more important to not hide things, to
build that trust back up.
to build your trust
Yeah.
back up. And that's by giving your spouse
You might
access.
forgive them. I overheard you might forgive them, but you still got to build that trust back up regardless.
Absolutely, you
Right.
do, because whether you like it or not, if it happened before, you're automatically thinking, well, has it happened again? You're always, that. So to just make your spouse feel comfortable and to just, give them access. Hey, look at my phone,
Yeah. Try not to lose that trust, because building it back up is the hardest part you could ever do. Try to
Mhm.
build trust. That's it with friends or whoever, you know.
Yeah.
Once you lose that trust with somebody, it's hard to build it back up. It takes time. It can,
Yeah.
but it just takes time.
It does take time.
Right.
About it. But Trell has the final say. He has the final say in things, and I know when I need to go to Trell to really get that final say on what we're gonna do about things, and I trust him. I trust his decision making, and he trusts mine, and we just operate as one.
Now I could just get you to trust you to have some food cooked every day. I come home would be.
You know why? You know, that is one thing that we're just not on the same page about, because Trell does want me to cook every day. And there was
Not
a
every
season
day.
there was a season where, let me tell you something, when he came in the door, the food was cooking, and then while we were eating the dinner, the dessert was in the oven. Like, I'm talking dessert. Cakes, pies, I mean, all that.
It's all takeout now. Go ahead.
Now it's all takeout. It is, because, you know, they don't appreciate it. Don't. So after a few complaints, I would have rather had this, I would have rather had that. I was like, okay, I'm done.
So what I need to do to get your trust back? To be more
every
appreciative.
time I try, you complain again. So I'm like,
Maybe I need to start cooking then. Maybe
that would be
I
awesome.
don't know.
Oh, that would be
Then-
so
Then you
awesome.
appreciate you cooking.
That would be so
Yeah,
awesome.
right.
That would be so very
Okay.
awesome. And so
Next
we won't
question.
have
Next question.
snafus like the other night. I went and got Chinese. And usually we are really good about checking with one another. Trell, I get an alert on my watch.
Why do you have an alert?
Trell just
I
bought
don't have an
Chinese.
alert.
I'm like, Trell just bought Chinese, and I just bought like $60 worth of Chinese, and he just bought Chinese. We had so much Chinese. Every time anybody said, "Is there something to eat?" I'm like, Chinese. He does Chinese. Ask your spouse, what would make you trust me more? Especially if there's trust issues, ask your spouse, what would make me trust you more? So I'm going to ask you, what would make you trust me more?
What would make me?
You trust me more.
What would make me trust you more?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How about wash my clothes every day?
How is that
I'll
trust?
just ask. I just want to throw
How
that.
is that trust? That's a chore. I'm talking about trust. So I guess I'm good, right?
What?
I'm good.
I can't think of nothing. Maybe when we get off, I'll think of something.
But you know what? I just thought about this. Trell has this look, and I know the look. When he's not satisfied with something, there's a look that he does. You know how your parents had a look? Trell has a look, and he'll look at me a certain
Like what?
way.
So I can change it. What?
What you mean? So you can? But you know what you're doing.
What?
It's a look. He'll look at me a certain way, and I'll know. Okay, he's not happy about something. Yes. So, you want to ask me what
Okay. The question.
what you could do so I could trust you more?
What? No, I really don't want to ask that, but. Okay. What could I do to make you trust me more?
He does a great job. And I'm gonna tell you, like, my phone calls with Trell are priority. Like, most of the time, 99% of the time, my phone calls to Trell are priority. Most of the time, my calls with Trell are priority. There's not times where I'm like trying to reach Trell and I can't reach him. Like, rare.
You said-
Yeah. So I mean, he does a great job. He makes me feel totally like safe, and he always tells me too that he, you know, makes sure he's not, you know, allowing himself to look at other women. That makes me feel good. At one time, I was calling him Flirty McFlirt, because I was feeling very uncomfortable, like, with how much he was being personable with the women. You know, we went through a little season,
Okay.
and he respected that so very much, and he really changed.
I flirted with everybody. Let her tell
Oh
it.
my
Old,
goodness!
young.
Every time we went to the store, and I'm like, Trell, that was
Her too.
flirting. But I know
Maybe
he
be
wasn't.
96 years old. I'm first.
I know he wasn't, but it would just be like,
Just
you know,
talk.
oh, your hair is cute. And I'd be like, what? What are you talking about the girl's hair is cute for? Like, what? I'm standing right here, like, and the girl's like, thank you. I'm like, Tro, really? But that meant a lot to him that it bothered me after saying it a few times. And we haven't had that issue. So those things make me trust you too. Yeah, remember, don't touch any woman's hair. Don't you dare. That's all. Have a nice evening. We love you. Bye.